Hello everyone, very good morning. Now let me share my can. Let's start the session. Okay, so in the previous session, what we have done, let me copy our account. What we have done is we discussed about implementation of how to implement creating policies and then how to implement that. Now, so in this session, what we will do is we will see about the pricing concept. So pricing, this is very important. So when you are working with Snowflake, so here, so pricing is not like a traditional warehouses, traditional databases, right? This is completely different. So what we know till now what we know is for 1 hour utilization of our computation resources, Snowflake is going to charge around $2, and for 1 terabyte of the storage per month, Snowflake is going to charge around $23, right? This is what we know, right? Now, so we have some additional charges also. At the same time, these charges is dependent on based on your version, based on our implementation. Now let's observe this. Let's come to this one. So how you will going to implement it and what are the charges it will be applicable, which one is the best one. But as a Snowflake like users, we won't worry about this, but when you are utilizing, we need to know how the Snowflake is charging, and based on that, so how we need to utilize the Snowflake perfectly, we have to understand. That's why the pricing concept is very important here. So but it will be decided, so when the organization is like a purchasing Snowflake, they will decide at that point of time. After that, we are not going to bother about it when you are utilizing. But when you are utilizing, we need to know how it is like the how the charges will be applicable, how to control it. Now in this session we will see how the charges will be applicable. In the next session, based on that, how we can able to control a resource monitor, we will see that. Now let's come to this particular session. Pricing model, it depends on editions. It depends on Snowflake editions. Now let me log into our Snowflake account. Okay, if you observe, the computation is when you are utilizing this computation resources, when this virtual machine is active, right? How much time we are utilizing this? Let's say when you are running any query here, this computation resources will become active. Now see this one, active. How much time we have utilized? 2.16 seconds, right? At the end of the day, it will accumulate all the time, and then it is going to let it will understand then how much it will be charged, right? How much it will be charged. So based on that, so how much time you are utilizing, based on this particular computation size, the virtual warehouse, we'll call it as a virtual warehouse size, the charges will be reflected here. And so when you come to this, now let's say Snowflake pricing, you search. The same thing, so we have here also the same thing whatever we are going to discuss, same thing, the related to the pricing we have. Let's come to this. If you observe here, see this one, the mainly, so this one dependent on, these are the 4 different editions we are having. But so this is standard edition, we won't have all the features, no one will utilize this. Enterprise edition, business critical, most of the organizations enterprise edition, business critical edition only they will use. We have another edition also, that is virtual private Snowflake. But so when you come to this, what are the features they are going to here, along with the standard, these are the basic features. Along with that, they will have multi-cluster, and then this particular, the 90 days, the time travel option, and then metless use option, all these things is available in our enterprise edition. When you go to business critical edition, along with enterprise edition features, so they will have like some additional security compliance, like so security features is included here. So that is business critical. This is private network, some kind of VPS, virtual private network. They will tell that like the dedicated virtual warehouse, virtual servers. So these things related, but this is not applicable for every account and then every region. Now let's say and then another thing is, when it is coming to the pricing, we have two concepts. One second. We have two concepts here. One is related to pre-purchased. One is on demand. Pre-purchased means prepaid. We are paying before. And then on demand, after the utilization, we are going to use. That is nothing but a postpaid kind of thing. Pre-purchased and then postpaid. So the same way here we have, so capacity storage, nothing but this one. Capacity storage, nothing but pre-purchased. On demand is, so this one is related to post. So now coming to this, if you observe, so what is the charges? Now what we know, so discussed for 1 hour computation, $2, for 1 TB, $23, right? Now if you observe the region, if you select the platform, based on the platform and then based on the region which we are selecting, so this one will depend on slightly, it is going to depend on this particular thing. Just a minute. Now when you observe this here, AWS, and let me select a region, any one region, you can able to see the pricing here, right? $2, $3, $4. And so this is like a pre-purchase $23 per terabyte per month, and then $40 per terabyte per month. Now one thing, virtual private Snowflake, you don't have any like a pricing, you need to contact the support team to know so what is the pricing, so they are like charging for this. Now if I change, see this in same AWS platform, if I change it to another region, Canada Central, now observe this. So previously it was 2, it's slightly varied, right? And then previously it was around 4, it's varied. So this one around, so 5 or 6, it's varied, right? So now the charges, capacity, see this previously it is $23, now it is 25, right? So there is a slight changes, right? Based on region. And at the same time, based on platform also. Now we are in AWS, right? Now if I change this platform to Azure, see this one, and then select the region, any one region. Now observe this, in this particular region, they are not supporting virtual private Snowflake, only these regions we have, and then these are the charges. And come to the another region. Observe the charges, right? There is a so variation. And same way, when you come to this, like a GCP, if you change GCP, only 3 regions is supported by Snowflake for GCP, and then these are the charges, right? So based on our the cloud provider, and then based on the region, the charges is slightly, it will vary. And this is, and capacity, this is for the credit limits. Credit limits, how it will be calculated is, when you observe this one, so when you come to this, how much time we are end of the day, it will accumulate how much time we are utilizing this virtual warehouse. Based on that, it will accumulate all the end of the day how much time, 1 hour utilization, it will be, they will be charged for 1 credit. If based on size, 1 credit means $2. I mean, one virtual warehouse size means extra small means 1 credit. So if you are utilizing the virtual warehouse size is more, then it will be $2. Let me show you here. When it is coming to in the next session, we will go in depth on this. virtual warehouse configuration. Observe this one. This we will call it as a t-shirt sizes. When you observe this, see this one extra small when you are utilizing 1 credit per hour, they will charge. For example, so 1 credit means what is the price charges here? 1 credit means around $2, right? If you go to this small virtual warehouse size, then it will be 2 credits. You can relate this easily to understand. For example, if your laptop is, so for example, 4 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, 16 GB RAM. So when you are increasing the size of the RAM, your performance will be increased, right? The same way here, when the increasing the virtual warehouse sizes, then the charges will be increased. So $2 per credit, and then all these things will be increased, right? Size of the virtual warehouse. And at the same time, if you observe, extra small to 5x large we are having, but 5x is still in review to up to 4x large, but no one will utilize this more than like extra large and or large. It depends on the organization, because so many charge credits will be increased, charges will be more. When the size is increasing here, when the size is increasing, so always the it will be multiplied by 2. Observe this one: extra small, small, medium, large, right? Whenever the size is increasing, it is multiplied by 2, it is doubled, right? So every credit, it means when the size is increasing, we can like assume that this is nothing but increasing the servers, increasing the number of, this is one server, two servers, like a here, like a 4 servers they are utilizing. So based on that, they are implementing a credits. Now coming to this, based on this, so they will credit one if they are utilizing virtual warehouse size extra small, 1 credit per hour. If it is small, 2 credits per hour. Now, if you come here, 2 credits per hour means how much time we are utilizing. So based on that, it will calculate, and then per credit they will calculate it. And then if you observe here, 2.60 credits. Like 2 credits means so, and then 3.90 credits per one credit. This will be the charges, right? If you are at virtual warehouse size is like a large. For example, this one is a large. 8 credits multiply, and then per hour means so $3.90. Right? That is the calculation how they will do. We'll come to this again. Now, so this is the charges for virtual warehouse computation. It depends on how much time we are utilizing this virtual warehouse, how much time we are running in this virtual warehouse. Based on that, it is going to so reflected, the charges will be reflected. Another thing is data storage. When it is coming to data storage, we have two things. One is pre-purchased, another one is like on demand. On demand means after utilization. Pre-purchased, this is so nothing but so our capacity storage, right? So when you observe this here, capacity $20, right? This is pre-purchased, this is on demand is $35, right? So when you change the region, when you change the platform, again this one will be changed, right? And which one is the best one? So whether it is a pre-purchased or whether it is a on demand, let's take with the example. But always pre-purchased, if you observe, almost nearly like some observe, so nearly 50% of the like charges it will be reduced. So when you come to pre-purchased and then on demand, if you observe here, like let's say see this one, $23 here, $40 on demand 40, pre-purchase 23. What you observe nearly, so there is a lot of difference, right? So most of the like of time, so when they are going for so Snowflake pricing, they will go for the capacity storage, nothing but a pre-purchased. But first initial 2 to 3 months, until they understand how much they are utilizing, so based on that they will go for pre-purchased. So until that time, so they will think for, they will go for on demand only initial days. Now, so what is the reason behind that? Without knowing that properly, on assumptions, if you go on assumptions, we will end up paying more money. That's why the best thing is first 2 to 3 months they will observe how much we are utilizing. Based on that, they will go for one, they will come to one conclusion. Based on that, they will go for a pre-purchased one. Now let's observe an example. We will see how the things will differ here. Let's come to this example. If you observe, okay. Now when it is coming to the storage type here, so we have two persons, two assumptions. One per person, one assumption is 100 GB of storage is required per month. So what is the 100? So their implementation is 100 GB of the storage, and they selected pre-purchased storage plan. Or they selected pre-purchased storage plan and then 100 GB. When it is 100 GB, how much they need to pay? When it is pre-purchased, for same 100 GB they need to pay, right? So then, so $23, assume that $23 approximately, then 0.1, 100 GB means in 1 terabyte 23 means, so 0.1 is the 100 GB, right? 0.1 multiply 23, they are going to pay $2.3 irrespective of how much their consumption. But if you observe, they paid for 100 GB. When it is coming to the month end, they observe that actual consumption is 20 GB only. 20 GB is their actual consumption, but how much they paid? They paid for 100 GB. This is pre-purchased. Now, when it is coming to on demand, here, observe this one, their assumption is 10 GB only. But when it is coming to the actual utilization, the actual utilization same here, 20 GB. But when you come here, the 10 GB storage, so per month, this is they selected on demand and after utilization. When coming to the on demand, so what is the prices? It will be $40 per terabyte. So here 10 GB, and then so what is the utilization? 20 GB. How much they need to pay? For 20 GB they need to pay, they need to pay for 20 GB. It means 0.02, right? This is the, so this for this particular, so 20 GB means 0.02 multiply 40. How much they are paying? Dollar 0.8, right? Here they are paying for only what they have utilized. Here they are paying for how much their assumption is. Now, so observe this one, the same as the same like utilization, 20 GB utilization in the both the places, we are paying more for like pre-purchased. That's why, like, so they will observe the carefully first 2 to 3 months, what is the utilization. Based on the utilization, they will go for like pre-purchased. Initial days, no one will decide. So just on the assumptions, go for a pre-purchased. First, like a 3 to 4 months, they will observe. Then they will go for based on utilization. They will go for a pre-purchase. That is the actual the calculation how they are going to calculate. Other than this, so what are the other things we have is not only this. So we have storage and then capacity. Other than this, we have some serverless features also. Let's go there. Based on this, we will see in the next session how we can able to control the pricing, how to control pricing, how to control credit limit. All the options is available. Now let's observe here. See this one. So main three things are, one is for the storage, another one is for the virtual warehouse, another one is for the cloud services. Cloud services. We know that storage and virtual warehouse charges. But what about the cloud services utilization? Cloud services means whenever you are picking something from the metadata, whatever the service we are utilizing here, all these things are the cloud services, right? If you observe, see this by directly, it is giving the information from the count and all this information. How it is coming? It is available in the cloud services metadata. Now, when you observe this cloud service utilization, always it will be free. It means we won't consider the charges for cloud service utilization, because what the Snowflake has done is when you observe this, see this one, utilization of cloud services up to 10% daily limit. of the computation credit. Computation credit means how much time we are utilizing our computation resources. This on this particular price, 10% will be included free. It means so most of the customers will not see the any charges for the cloud services utilization. It will be charged, but so it will be come under the free services. Okay, this is fine. Now other thing, serverless features. See this one, Snowflake offers the additional serverless features that manage compute and then consume Snowflake credits when they are used. It means the future is available, but when you trigger this, then only for these futures, Snowflake will charge. Otherwise, they won't charge anything. That is serverless future. Now, when you observe here going forward, we will discuss about these things, Snowpipe, and then replication, materialized views, and automatic clustering optimization service. And most of the time we will go with Snowpipe, so and then materialized views and then clustering. We will see that in the next sessions. Now coming to, these are the other additional serverless features. It means when you are utilizing, then only charges will be applicable. Otherwise, the charges will not be applicable. So the service is available, but it will not be, charges will not be applicable. Those are the serverless features. Now, when you this one, we know that standard edition, enterprise edition, what all the things they are giving. And here, so when it is coming to on demand, and then just 1 second, guys. So sorry guys. Okay, so let's come to this one. So when you observe this, so here, so along with this, we have a other charges will be included. So based on like a pre-purchase, this one we know that a data transfer charges. Now what exactly the data transfer charges is applicable here? Let's say, let's take an example. Now data transfer charges means, for example, initially, let's assume that nowadays no one is um, for anyone this is not implement, because uh, this is newly we are started, right? Newly the company organizations are started like utilizing these services, right? So when you come to this one, just a minute. Okay, when you observe this, let's assume that transfer charges means, let's say we are utilizing AWS platform, the complete AWS platform for the storage and then these services. Going forward, down the line after 2 years, let's assume that your organization has decided they want to move completely to Azure. From AWS to Azure, they want to move. Okay. In this particular situation, the complete data also they need to transfer from AWS to Azure, right? That is the requirement. So when they are coming to AWS to Azure, when they are transferring this complete thing, this one will come under data transfer implementation. Or suppose Azure they are implementing. Azure to going forward, they want to move complete thing to GCP. The complete organization, they are planning to utilize GCP. This one also, they want to move the complete data to the GCP platform. Then the transfer will be applicable, transfer data transfer charges will be applicable. So there is like a region to region. Within the same region, there will be no charges. Let's assume that. So your like country is platform, and then states are regions. Within the region, within the state, if you are moving the data, there will be a no charges. Within that country, within that platform, AWS, within that country, if you are moving to other states, that is like a moving, so transfer to the different region, there will be a charges. If you are moving outside the country, one country to another country, let's assume that, then that will be a transfers will be from one cloud to another cloud. So that will be these charges, right? These are the data transfer charges. Region to region, within the region, there is no charges. Within the state, no charges. State to other state, there will be a charges. Country to other country, there will be charges. Same way, region to region. So so cloud provider to another cloud provider, right? Region to other region, one cloud provider to other cloud provider. These are the charges. What this is related to AWS. Same way, it is available for like Azure also when they are changing the charges. So Azure to, so within the region, outside the region, and then outside the like the platform, right? These are the charges for the Azure when you are utilizing. This is for the GCP. This is for the GCP charges. So one region to other region. These are the charges what it will be applicable. Now let's say, let's discuss with one example. We'll take an example and then we will like assume that how much they are going to, we are going to pay for any utilization. Let's say, so this is just for a rough calculation to understand how much we need to pay to the Snowflake for the utilization of the Snowflake services. When you compare with any traditional licensing, it is less, so almost there is a discount of 40 to 50%. The pricing we can like mm, or it will be reduced. It means we can say that the 40 to like 50% of the pricing very less when compared to other traditional resources. Now let's say this is our requirement, guys. Like customer has purchased capacity, Snowflake capacity standard services, and it will support, observe this one, capacity standard service, it will support United States, right? And so they're telling that the load, so 8 users, 8 users, and the data load is on everyday basis, right? This is the basic thing. And so when you come to India, the stores average of 4 terabyte data per month, 4 terabyte, and runs every day the load, data load every day 2.5 hours. It means indirectly are telling that 2.5 hours the data load will happen in this particular virtual warehouse utilization. And so after that, when you come to this, so this is so 2.5 hours, and 8 users are working in a team. We have 5 members, all 5 members is working 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. How much time we are utilizing, right? That much time, how much time we are utilizing, so that much time also we need to pay to them, right? Same thing. So when you observe here, 8 to 6 p.m., 10 hours, and users are utilizing medium standard virtual warehouse, right? And when you come to this like a data loading requirement, like when it coming to 2 credits per hour, this is standard virtual warehouse, this is for daily, right? And then when it is coming to data load, 2.5 hours, right? 2.5 hours, and this is standard virtual warehouse, 2 credits, 2.5 hours. If you calculate 31 days approximately, for example, it is going to be around 155 credits, right? Same way, when you come to the user requirement, what we said, like 8 users, they are utilizing medium virtual warehouse. Medium virtual warehouse means 4 credits. So this one, 8 users using. So this one is related to medium virtual warehouse, right? A medium virtual warehouse. Then it will be around, this is the credits. So so this one, when it is coming to the medium virtual warehouse, 4 credits, and then so this one will be 4 credits. And then how many users? 8 users, right? 8 users. Then what will become? 4 credits, 10 hours per approximately they are taking, and then they will work only on weekdays, right? 20 days, right? And then this is the charges for the credit limits. And then coming to, so this loading and then this user requirement, so totally it will be 800 credits per 155, 955 credits they are utilizing. Now let's come to this one. The storage, when it is coming to the storage, 4 terabyte, right? 4 terabyte multiplied by $23 per terabyte. And this one will be 12 months, right? So this is per monthly. So when it is coming to monthly, so 4 terabyte monthly. So pre-purchase charges we are giving here $23, and then approximately it will come around. So these are the charges 1104. This is for the storage. This is for the virtual warehouse utilization, right? Including your virtual warehouse computation charges along with so your the implementation, right? The VDS, we can say that. And all together, if you observe, 23,000, approximately $23,000, including so 10 users, nothing but let's assume that 10 users license or 8 users licenses. When you are purchasing a licenses for any traditional thing, sometimes it will be based on users, right? So we are all working. So here approximately 8 users are working, and then this is the capacity what they are charging, and then they need to pay per year approximately nearly $23,000, including all the services, right? It will be included cloud services, and then cloud warehouse, and then backup, restore, and then all these things will be taken care by our Snowflake itself, right? The database recovery and all together. When you compare with these things,
Dinesh, we lost your audio.
Hey guys, I think Dinesh has some power, but just wait for some time. Guys, I think he's not gonna continue. Okay. Let's connect tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.
You will drop.
Yep.
Thank you.